What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of Bkny Hoops. If you are new to the channel, I am your host as always, Rashid White. All right, let's get into it. You guys see the graphics, you see the thumbnail. Nick Claxton is totally misunderstood. There's some media pundits out there that we have to address the lies or the propaganda that's actually really put out there by Sean Marks. And I swear this could be something that Sean Marks did to really kind of justify the $97 million contract that he gave him, which was an overpay. Now, there is some value in Nick Claxton, right? Him being able to actually be a really good switch defender, like guard, like this. I'm gonna say guard the perimeter guys, the perimeter wings, but to somewhat disrupt them and force them into like second options, third options, right? Instead of just giving like straight line drives to the rim, he can somewhat actually, change their approach on how they actually really go about things offensively there, man. So let's get into the actual story here, the news article, and maybe I was absolutely wrong about Nick Claxton. Let's see. This article actually comes from Brooklyn Nets on SI, and is basically asking the question: is Nick Claxton a top 5 center in the Eastern Conference? Now, I know, I get it. The Eastern Conference is actually weak right now, or deemed to be weaker. I don't believe that per se. It's a little bit weaker with Boston being out there, but then you can throw Orlando in there, right? And they'll probably be taking like Boston's place for the time being. And let's get into this over here. It says the Brooklyn Nets aren't expected to be among those underachieving squads. They will be hoping to see their most impactful names show signs of growth. One of these names is Nick Claxton. All right, listen, I said this a billion times, right? Nick Claxton is not going to turn into Joel Embiid. He's not turning into Nikola Jokic, right? He's not turning into like a Nas Reed, like those kind of like players with like gifted offensive skill sets. It's not going to happen in 1 year. If it was going to happen, it would have happened already. He had 6 years since he actually got into the NBA. All right, it says it's fair to say the likes of Joel Embiid, Karl Anthony Towns, Bam Adebayo, or even Miles Turner are likely a tier above Claxton. A tier? More like 15 to 20 tiers, right? All right. The former three are some of the best centers in the league has to offer, and the latter proves his worth during the Indiana Pacers NBA Finals run. Yeah, I mean, that Miles Turner actually played really well, except for the last 3 games. He just like totally disappeared, and in my opinion, really kind of cost him a championship, because those 3 games you had no productivity from him, man, at all. And it says, while looking beyond those 3, that's where the debates can be had. Guys like Nikola Vucevic, Jared Allen, Jalen Duren immediately come to mind. Kristaps Porzingis could theoretically be thrown in there as well, but it seems unfair to compare him to Claxton, Vucevic, Allen or Duren because of how their styles of play is different. For argument's sake, let's categorize Porzingis as a power forward. And there is value at putting Porzingis at the center too, because like I said before, most of these big men out here do not want to be going out there on the perimeter and chasing, guys off the 3-point line. So Porzingis works at the 4 and the 5, even though like at the 5 he's somewhat undersized. I believe his weight is at 240. Okay. It says, let me get rid of this ad. It says to be considered top 5, one player from that group that the group of 3 can suppress Claxton's skills, and arguments can be made that all 3 of them do. Each average more rebounds and rebounds per game last season than Claxton. Let's see. Let me see. Where's this article actually going with this, man? It says final verdict: Claxton is not presently a top 5 center in the East. That's, however, subject to change. How? I mean, it would take like a godly intervention, man, and I mean that, man. I mean, the dude has, unless he gains some type of muscle to where the guys he's going up against, right, he can bump them and get like a clean, high percentage shot off. It's not going to happen. Now, in the past, we've seen Claxton in terms of his free throw shooting, abysmal, and we've seen him try to initiate offense, and he doesn't really like look where like the help defense is actually coming from, right? He just gets tunnel vision, looking to score. Now, yeah, grant that's going to happen because he doesn't really touch the basketball, and when you have like players, right? I won't name any names, that's actually playing for contracts rather than team basketball. That actually tends to happen from time to time. But yeah, man, we've seen him go up against other centers, right? Let's say for centers averaging 15 points a game, he will they'll get like 20 something points. So to be a really like an excellent defender, you have to really kind of hold your opponent at least, say if he averages 15, he gets 12 points. Or if he does get 15, it's going to have to be on more shot attempts. But Claxton there, right, really like guys will have like really, really high efficient like field goal percentages, man. So let's say they'll go 15 points on 8 shot attempts. We've seen Jericho Sims, we've seen third string centers that averages 4 or 5 points a game. Then those guys will get like 11, 12 points a game because again, he just really cannot win the bumps. And this is the thing, he's really, the power forwards are no different. Most of those guys are 240 something pounds. So just imagine, like how I can use a metaphoric analogy, that you go out there, you play basketball and you're playing with kids. You're a grown man, you're 220 something pounds, and you're playing with 11, 12-year-olds. And you can just do whatever you want. You can move them, you can bump them, you can get any type of like shot off that you actually want. There's nothing they really can do about it. And on the flip side, like those kids won't be able to really like move you. I mean, it's like running into a brick wall. So this is where Claxton is actually struggles from. And then I guess there is no skill development. Now I was listening to this NBA trainer who has a YouTube channel. I forgot the name of it, but he's saying that like most, not most, but like let's say the teams that are actually really losing, like the Brooklyn Nets, don't really know how to really develop players. You got guys in there that's making 6 figures a year, guys on training staff that just don't know what the hell they're really even doing, right? And how does Claxton, like 6 years in the league, right? If you're gonna be undersized, you gotta be able to shoot, right? That's one of the main things. So at least you can actually get the big, you can hit a 15-foot. I'm not like for long twos, but in Claxton's case, he needs that. Or a 3-point shot. Right now, we'll see. I mean, maybe he got, like he had a $97 million contract. You can pay guys to go out there and rebound for you. You can go out there, you can work on some form shooting. And 1 year, you should be able to hit like 6 or 7 out of 10 shots, like from the baseline right there. And so yeah, man. There's nothing much to say about Claxton. This wasn't worth doing a live stream over, man. I mean, I've been beating this drum where so loudly, like the drum beats can actually be heard from around the world, man. So, and it says over here, this is a pivotal season for Claxton, but if he capitalizes, he can end up getting recognized amongst the yeah, I mean, he's miraculously going to work on excellent passing, getting stronger, getting to like 250, 260 something pounds. Is he going to work on his free throw shooting? I mean, there's so many holes in this game, man. And the holes are big, man. That's the thing. These are really, really big holes. He is who he is. He has this $97 million contract. I mean, at this point, let's say if it was me, why would I want to go out there and get better, right? If I'm very conservative with my money, then I'm set for life pretty much, right? There's no reason to go out there and look to get better. And especially with this team right now, the Nets are in a rebuilding a mode there. So, like, I don't know, man. It's just really bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. If they could trade him, I would even, dare to say I would send the first round pick just to get off of his contract. And and I don't know, man. It's I guess the Brooklyn Nets is going to have to really kind of live with this. I think it's another 3 something more years. It is what it is, man. I think Sean Marks is out there purposely sabotaging the team. Is a secret agent for Nick Dolan, right? All right, so definitely like, comment, subscribe, certainly share the video. When you share, the universe certainly shares back with you. Peace.